Hey, yahoo! We're back for another year, people. Whether you like me or not, we're back. And I paid my dues, and I trust everybody out there had a good, happy holiday.
Yeah, we
and
did.
Doing ginger ales, maybe some royal smoke, whatever. Maybe you got lucky. And hope that Santa Claus was good to all of you. Was Santa Claus good to you?
He was good to me. I got a lot of one piece of coal, but the rest was fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There you go. How about you?
It was not too bad for me either. No complaints from my end.
Yeah. It was quiet at my house, but I gotta say I had one of the best Christmases I've ever had in a long time. Even though my son and I, we talk to each other on the phone all the time and pass gifts to each, and all that stuff. But you know what? It isn't always being together. It's being the spirit of being together. We learned how to appreciate it. But it didn't seem like Christmas,
No, it didn't.
And same with New Year's, it don't seem like it, they're over here, you're over there. And
You're a little separated, but at least you're on the same frequency anyway. A good wavelength counts.
Right, but
And I want to thank
But
all the
not
people
together.
out there. I got so many Christmas wishes, and I got so many gifts, and it was just what it makes me realize that what I do is worthwhile. Don't you agree with that, Dave?
I do agree. It sure does.
I had Dave, the troublemaker, on here today. You want to introduce yourself?
David, low medium shop, psychic medium, tarot cards. Give me a call, 617-777-2236.
There you go. And this is your troublemaking brother?
And boy, what a troublemaker he is.
Hallelujah.
Yeah,
He lives up to it, no.
Good.
Yeah, my name's Jim. My phone number's 603-204-8247. I'm involved with AutoCAD MEP 3D, always looking for somebody to associate with. If anybody knows anybody who's practicing 3D AutoCAD, I'd appreciate, if there's any concern or interest there, certainly contact me.
What is that?
AutoCAD is a drafting program for computer drawing.
Oh.
I'm involved with building construction. I coordinate. I make things fit. I get the different trades. My title is MEP Building Trades.
So can you make a
Coordinator.
new building for my beautiful body?
Oh, well, that's a temple. I'm not sure if I go there yet, because the body is a temple.
That's awesome.
I'm trying to graduate to that.
By the way, I have to do this before you get too far outgoing here. I went to Metro on Valley Street.
You went?
Metro phone store.
Oh, I thought you went for a temporary stay on Valley
Oh,
Street.
shit, I had that many years ago.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I've been lucky. Come close to it, I've been lucky.
Yep.
But I went to the phone store, Metro phone store on Valley Street. What a bunch of nice people. I really got to say. They kind of messed up my roommate's cell phone, but they helped to fix it. Then I went back and they helped me do. They went beyond what they really had to do. And the guy's name is Robbie. Hi, Rob. If you're watching, he said he's going to watch. So, they were fantastic. I can't say it. But also, if they're not good, see, it takes all my fun away because now I can't slam them because they did such a good job.
Well, then it's the right place, but can take away a little fun.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But they had a guy when we were going in, my daughter-in-law was going in with me because I don't do too well. She keeps me calm and cool and collected, my son and daughter-in-law, because I have a mouth, And this guy was out there and he said, "Don't go in there. They ripped me off," and blah, blah. He's going on and on and on. I didn't know if I should go in there, what I should do. And I finally managed to get in there. We told him But I can't say enough. They were really
You made a good connection.
very good. And that's what the Spirit does for us.
Sometimes we're drawn to places.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're drawn.
We had to. My phone, and it's really weird because I got that stimulus check. So it was really weird because the day I got that check, my phone ran out. I mean, my phone did not work anymore, the cord or whatever. It's amazing how Spirit, or as people call him God, I call it the universal Spirit. It's amazing how they'll work out for you, And then we went to Goldenrod's for dinner. Have you been to Goldenrod's?
I've been by there a bazillion times. I live 1 block away from it. Haven't been in there.
Oh, go.
No.
Go and get. We had the seafood platter. You said you don't like seafood, right?
No, seafood is decent.
Yeah. I'm not, well, I was going to say something, but I can't get him on the air, But, they gave my son a big bag of chicken tenders. and fries overloaded. And the fried clams, they were like 2 large orders made into one. Okay, and then we had the scallop, and once again, the only thing I didn't like was it was greasy, and so but the food was phenomenal.
The place I see is packed a lot. That parking lot.
Oh yeah,
Very, very active.
Yep.
And that's day in,
I like
day
it,
out.
but
I don't know why. I've been by it, haven't been that attracted to it, but it's very popular.
yeah, they make awesome steak and cheese grinders as well. Okay, and I see that Blake's on North End is going to close the doors.
Blake's has been a good franchise, actually. It's too bad. Yeah, it's a shame.
We're
Shouldn't
gonna
be
there
happening.
for dinner on the west side.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna take you to Blake's for dinner. As long as
Yeah,
he behaves.
yeah, be
himself.
good, Tim. He's a good kid.
He's a good. Is
He's
he
good,
really?
yeah.
Will he behave
He's okay.
himself in there?
I swear to that.
Oh, okay.
Don't put me in a spot.
I can't
swear
say
to that.
anything.
Good.
I used to be the biggest jerk at waitresses. I would find things to be wrong with them.
You used to.
Yeah, I respect them now.
Well, I hear you have a reputation to uphold.
Oh yeah, yeah. This one lady, she straightened my ass out. So,
It only takes one sometimes. Yeah.
and I didn't have quite enough money to pay the bill, so I called my daughter-in-law. She was going to pay that bill, and I said, "Lady, thank you." And that's when I learned how to respect the waitresses.
Well, see that sometimes it takes a circumstance like that. Yeah.
One of the things that you like to travel
I would like to travel,
because you're going to be.
but I don't find myself doing that as much as I might want to.
Stop to hold, yeah, but you're holding yourself back.
That's been said before. I can see that.
I agree with you, Norm. No question about it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's some things are kind of ingrained in me that I'm trying to.
He likes to feel
dismiss.
safe, so
Well, he's a routine man.
comfortable.
Sometimes too conservative. I've depended on, let's say, more liberal means, or because of some life situations I'd experienced. So I've got kind of like a cancer crab, kind of pulling back, or even like a turtle pulling into my shell a lot, only because that's where things are clearer. I'm better focused, and I don't have a lot of the weight of matters on my shoulders. So I do seek a little privacy, but I would like to be. I'm very much more extroverted than I live, for sure.
Excuses. I have them too.
Oh, that's cruel. That is
I like
is
being cruel. Actually, Scott and I have been doing this now for a couple of years now. Scott coming to the studio. He used to stay home with my dog. Now he comes to the studio, so that's good. He's my cameraman. You name it, my utility person. So we have
support.
A lot of fun.
Good to have support.
That's right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
God bless.
Someone you can depend on. Yeah.
Today makes 25 years of sobriety.
Oh, bless you.
Wow,
Congratulations.
good for you. Congratulations.
I can't say
Right.
there are times when I would
Bravo.
like to have a drink when I know I can't.
Good. Well, I got this thing about like whether like pot or any of that should be legalized in Oregon, or I think that they're even trying to legalize heroin. Or
Heroin
something.
is.
It's
And
pathetic.
In San Francisco is legal.
Oh God! See, I've
maybe
always
in
had this
Portland.
belief, for decades, that I would do it in less moderation because I don't drink or smoke anyway. But the way I look at it is, an altered state of mind is really not the right place to be to make critical of very important decisions. In an alternate state, it depends on the depth of the means of a altered state.
But basically, what that all they want to make everything legal just so they can keep all these people oppressed.
Easier to influence.
Yeah.
Easier to influence and overcome.
Don't have a mind of their own, and they're puppets.
You're right.
all it is.
Let somebody else take care of it.
Right,
That's why we're in the situation we're in. God
I
forbid.
thought about if they legalize heroin, if they legalize when all the pot, I think it should be coming. And if they had a safe house, if these people are going to be doing, heroin or cocaine or whatever, let's see if we can find a safe house. But would they actually go into the safe
I
house?
disagree with that.
See,
I disagree with safe
Likewise.
houses.
in other words,
it's your control, and you're inviting it even more. It's a big enough problem as it is. You want it even open your arms more. Oh, that's all right. You know, you're not on heroin. Start heroin. We got places for you. We'll supply nurses to
The
make
reason
sure
why
everything
It's
goes right.
exposing a lot of the naive to it.
Yeah.
And of course, the naive, you know, you go into that tempted territory. God forbid some people don't come out.
Yeah.
So that's not a good thing.
Well, no, I
believe.
was thinking about the safety of the heroin user. If we had a house where they could come and then if they're going to use it, have supervised personnel in there or whatever. Do I think it would work? Probably not. Because then people are still going to go in the alleys. They're still going to go there. And their dealers are going to say, oh, come on, you're better off coming over here. I mean, this is just an idea. And I also feel that they should legalize gambling. We're doing it now.
It is legalized, isn't it?
No,
Gambling?
no. Only
Well-
with a... It's
Well,
a
I don't
sweet
know
taste.
if you
Well, they
mean
have a casino. They have 3 casinos in Mass.
as long
Well,
as
not
you
in mass.
as long as you're ordained by the state, everything's okay.
Yeah.
You know, not like those old days when you had a bookie and the privacy actually helped the cause.
Yeah.
However, they always want a piece of your pie, so that's what it is today.
Right.
See, I hope come Saturday now, because I'll be living in New Hampshire.
Good
I'm
move.
gonna have to my mind's gonna have to switch from that. You know, I'll Mass my whole life, not in New Hampshire. Well, live free or die, but down there it's like
It's the
live
People's
crazy
Republic of
and
Massachusetts, God forbid. That's right.
die. Live crazy and die
But-
down there.
And the sad part is when they live free or die, if the certain party, like the Democrats, want to take that live free or die, they want to take that model away from us.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They
They're
do.
jealous.
And they want to change what living free means.
Yeah.
Just like they twist and
If
spin
they would
everything
read the
else.
Second Amendment right,
It is a right, not a privilege.
it is a right. My son is a gun instructor. Okay. And someday I'm going to get the courage to go out and shoot a gun, but my eyesight isn't good enough. I don't want somebody
doesn't
walking
have
down
to
the
be.
street, but someday, and my son is a Second Amendment. Then we've been watching, he's a Trump man from the word get-go. That's why he got these. And he watches everything that Trump, like the broadcast. You go to YouTube and you get the, what is it called, broadcasting news, Scott?
Which one?
Not broadcasting?
Oh, right side.
Yeah, right side broadcast.
Right side broadcast.
Have you ever watched that?
No, I've
Where
missed
is
that.
It's about they talk about the Trump and the rallies that he has.
Oh.
And stuff. I would encourage anybody to go to YouTube and watch it.
Boy, you talk about, I know, because I've heard about it. And if you want to feel good about organization and people commonly together for good, you can just see it and it resonates, as opposed to the other side that really wants to wipe the smiles off of everybody's faces. And in this case, they haven't wiped the smiles off, but they have us covering them. So, again, we won't get into the mask thing right now, but it is
I do respect
suppression.
it. Like when I go to market basket, I'll wear my mask.
Yes.
Well, they
Going,
say face coverings required.
Well,
I only do that because I have to appreciate a private business.
Yeah.
If that's what they want, is a private business.
But I don't do
Put it
it.
over my nose.
Yeah, because I can
just put it over
elect to
my
go
nose.
in or not. Because
When-
I can
when I
elect to
go
go in
into
or
it
not.
like
So,
a- yeah.
however, all other venues, I want that free UV sanitizing that they're cheating people of by telling them to wear masks. I was recently in my car with an individual who insisted on wearing a mask in the car when we were already in a public place. We were at a Panera's Bread,
ridiculous.
and there was a situation there. So I left, and then he followed, and we were driving down. And he wouldn't take the mask off, and it's like, why are you cheating yourself? Free, natural UV sanitizing. Get rid of that mask when you're outside. You're only doing yourself good. And he wouldn't, unfortunately. And unfortunately, there are masses that believe the same way. So don't wipe I don't want those smiles wiped off of anybody's face. I want to express it because it's a good thing and helps people be more positive in their surroundings.
When my daughter-in-law takes me, I wear a mask because she does, and not only that, but she and my son both had the virus. And out of respect for them, I do wear the mask, because you got to respect that.
That's certainly understandable.
But I can't understand when someone's by themselves, and they're driving in their car with a mask on, and they have the heater going, or they have the air conditioner going.
It's unbelievable.
Isn't
Yeah.
that? bringing in all that
Bacteria.
bacteria.
It absolutely
It
is.
makes you sicker.
It is.
My predictions are going to, you and I are going to, a little while, do some more predictions like we did the last time.
Okay, sure.
I had so much fun with him on.
I'll pull
I
some
had-
cards later. We'll,
I've seen it on I've seen it on occasion, Norm, and that's why I really put it out there to viewers to spread the word around about this TV station and studio and the different shows, and in this case, Norm's show, because it's good, it's healthy, it's entertaining,
And
and
it's
it does
fun.
it some good.
And we had that big
and there is
superstar.
there's a very good fun content here
Thank
that
you.
you're not going to find everywhere. Congratulations.
February 10th, folks. As far as I know, my friend Spiritual Lynn. Have you met her?
no, he
Oh, you
never
haven't.
met
Spiritual
her.
Lynn. Oh,
what a
she's
sweetheart,
beautiful.
I don't
Isn't she?
know. No.
She and I. She's going to wear red. I'm going to wear a long red wig. Okay.
In red, man.
Well, I'll
Okay.
wear something red then.
Okay. I'm going to wear
I'll come up
a
with
red
something.
heart and a blue heart to celebrate Valentine's Day. I do not and will never conform to other TV shows. I don't want to have them on long and everything is so bad,
Ugh.
because it isn't. You can
No.
make it better if you want to.
Ourselves want that. Our spirit is
That's all
positively
you have to do.
oriented.
Your spirit will have you soar every day if you let it.
Yeah. You know, and
Don't-
I
Amen. Amen to
when
that.
I got that, I was scared when when the Hitchcock called me. I said, I don't want to hear the results of the blood, and all that. I'm sure you're the
You're
same
cautious.
way.
Oh, yes.
That's panicky, and
Yeah, that's what us kids. That's what us kids are left up to. You're right.
But when she gave me the great news, I was so excited. And then they told me I had to do a mammogram. I said, I don't have women's boobs.
But they do say.
Yep.
Yeah.
That they do. So I got to be safe than sorry, And I have to give like when my son got the coronavirus, Hitchcock did very well at saving him in his life.
God bless them.
So
Good. And good for the team that took care of him.
absolutely, I can't say it. And have you ever been? The Hitchcock Clinic on once and Rona? Fantastic bunch of staff people up there.
Isn't that up in Dartmouth?
Yeah, that's Hitchcock. Yeah, they are fantastic people.
Yes, I haven't frequented there, but I'm very well informed about them.
One thing I'm looking at you're going to be around for quite a long time.
I pray for it, and God, I hope the path is smooth.
Only if you want it to be.
And I try hard. Believe me, I try hard. I
You're
stick
gonna be
my
around
neck
till you're
out
like
sometimes,
101
but
years old.
kind of reel it in a little bit, maybe. But
You're gonna be around 101 years old.
I look forward to that. Not necessarily under these pretenses we're living under, but as long
I'm
as we're
scared
free.
I'm scared for the newborn babies being
Oh,
born.
you're not the only
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
I mean, they can abort them now in New York up to 9 months.
Is that
Well, look at
sinful
in,
or
in
what?
Massachusetts,
Yeah.
if they're born, they club them to death. I mean, come on.
Is that,
They
is
just
that
passed
pathetic?
that.
I'm
week.
glad I
Come-
don't have to pay karma back.
They talk about ethics. Ethics. Come on.
I'm glad I don't have to pay karma back.
Pay what?
Oh,
Karma back.
Exactly.
In other words, I'm glad I don't have to say, okay, why did you kill all these people? Well, because of the money or whatever.
Right.
I made a comment like that. One lady says there are more babies born no matter what the abortion. I go, no, they're not. Eventually, God's going to say enough is enough.
Well, if you look at COVID, they want to save everybody from dying. Where COVID is 99.9%. Well, that's a survival rate. 99.9 above. It's almost 100%.
Yeah.
But as they play with statistics, this is what we get. So everybody be afraid of dying, and the system's going to protect you. But let's hook those fetuses. Let's eliminate those lives. And where is these ethics about the true meaning of life? It's
There
pathetic.
isn't, but
It's their right.
COVID.
It's a woman's
It's their-
right to do.
speaking about COVID, just the other day, she was on Gilligan's Island. What was the?
Oh,
it
yeah.
said she died of
Dawn
COVID.
Wells.
Yeah.
Dawn Wells.
Yeah.
God
She had
bless.
stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No mention of that.
Well,
COVID.
look at Speaker Hinch, who recently passed away. I spoke with a representative, Ann Kopp, a few weeks ago. It was after
She from New
Speaker
Hampshire?
Hinch had passed. Yeah, she's a state representative. And she, just like the report said that we read, is that he, God forbid, died from a heart attack. A heart attack. Well, it was announced on the news that he died from COVID.
COVID,
And of
that's
course,
right.
I have a discussion with my landlord a lot because we don't agree on there's a difference from dying with COVID and from COVID. Well, even Ann confirmed through the family and the doctors, and the family's own physician that he died only from a heart attack.
Yeah.
And there were no signs of COVID. However, because he passed away in an environment, let's say, where COVID is supposed to exist, they automatically added that. I don't know what his death certificate reads, but the family, and the family's physician, heart attack. So there's another false COVID statistic.
And what bothers me the most is, like if your mom or your dad were in a nursing home.
God bless them.
You know, I know they passed, but if they were in a nursing home and they were on their way to go to the other side, you cannot go and see them.
No, you can't. I know somebody, a friend of mine, Cornelius. He had 2 strokes a couple of days ago. He's in Mass General. You can't visit him.
Why can't
Say my
they
brother-in-law.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Why can't they put a hat on, the operator hat, a mask, a gown, and gloves?
They always push the negative. Again, how our spirit is so positive.
It
They always
is.
push they always push the negative, and they hammer it and hammer it and hammer it, and that's the repeat process that you call neurolinguistics.
Yeah.
That's the repeating of the same message over and over. It can be used for the good if you want to learn something. Supposedly at night, put the headphones, you sleep through it continuously, and your mind is more apt to remember it. However, when you see the pounding and the repeat that we get from mainstream media, news, that type of thing, and all this bad news about COVID, of course, people lean that way and they get into a phobia and the hysteria. When in fact, our bodies are made to heal themselves. Well, I like to extend my hand to people who think they have COVID or the flu. Many times I would go to shake someone's hand that I knew they were ill, and I was not. I haven't had the flu for ages.
Don't brag now.
Well,
Me
no,
either.
no.
I just had a cold, though, right around Christmas.
I had a flu in December of 17. Came on like
Wow,
that,
yeah.
and I swear to God, the thing with the respiratory, like COVID, I swear, because I was in a somewhat homeless situation at the time, that I was suffocating. I was doing night cleaning for a company, and I was in a school, and it came on. I'm sure it came on before I got there, but I got into work, and all of a sudden, I couldn't breathe, and some other common natural flu symptoms came about, but I couldn't breathe. I had to call an ambulance. I would never do that. I really thought I was going to die, suffocating. So I know what COVID feels like, and I really think that might have been one of the earlier introductions.
Well, SARS, that's been around for
SARS,
years. You never know.
No,
You know
exactly.
what? I find it interesting. Now they want you to take a vaccine for shingles, to prevent having shingles.
Yes.
They want you to have a vaccine for a flu shot. Now they want you to have a vaccine for the COVID. And they want everything they have. These people, the pharmacists, are making money because these people
And
are
I'm
ready
Follow
to
that
the
money.
store.
Yeah, follow that
No
money.
vaccines for me.
Nope.
Nope.
Same here.
I never had a flu shot in my life.
The only time I had one, and bless, Scott was so good to me that day, I got really, really sick. He went to the store, no matter how cold I was, and got me the chicken noodle soup, and he baby me like there was no tomorrow.
Wow.
You know.
Look at that.
Yeah.
What pampering.
And I had just got through bragging about how I never got it. Guess what? I won't brag anymore.
Yeah, the only thing I took voluntarily took vaccines for, because we got vaccinated when we were like 5 years old, as smallpox. But I'm going back to, I'm telling you, like 40, 50 years ago.
Oh shit! I got that beat.
I had within that time I had 2 tetanus shots for particular
Well, I've had
reasons,
those before.
and 1 shot of penicillin, and that was long ago before it was made in China. So
Yeah.
so I know I got the good stuff, and those are the only 3 shots I got in the last 50 years, easily. I am not a vaccine person because I don't believe being genetically modified is better than natural immunization.
Well, I have a naturopath doctor coming on next week.
Say, excuse me?
She's a naturopath doctor.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, she's
good.
coming on next week. But the one thing that I as a child, I guess, when I was a baby, I had chicken pox. Then I had mumps on one side of my face.
I had
Yeah.
those.
We had
I had
measles,
chicken pox.
You know,
measles,
measles.
Measles.
Oh,
shades down in a dim room for a week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can
It
remember.
worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
I
God
can
bless.
remember when I had. I think I was like 13 or 14 when I had the measles. My body was all itchy and all that. My mother started laughing. I go, why? And I lift up my shirt. She said, "You got the measles." I go,
I swear that was the same with me because I remember my chest, all these red dots. It's like, and I remember doing that.
And I said, Mom, I just took a shower, you know. My itch.
Well, good. You took a shower. You'll be cleaner while you stay in your room.
Right, you know. Because I was always afraid somebody's going to say that, you know, you were dirty, that's what it came from and stuff. Because I didn't know what it was until I went into the first or second grade, running water and whatnot. Because then we lived in a house where you pumped the water and you had the outhouses back then. You know. But you know what? I survived.
You know, if I can interject here for a moment, I highly recommend a couple of good videos to watch on YouTube. One of them is Bill Maher. He talks about the immune system and in my words, the lack of need of vaccine, of how you let the body take care of itself. Bill Maher. Now, here's a guy who had a lot of liberal, I would say, positions on things. And when I saw this video, I came upon it by error or by chance, and it was excellent. I could have listened to that 50 times. So I would suggest to check out the Bill Maher video, but right after that, go to the George Carlin video about the immune system, and he'll tell you about natural immunization and how when he was in New Jersey they swam in raw sewage. That's why they didn't get any more sick. Why? Because the immune system was introduced to matter and bacteria that it fought, and it kept them healthier after the fact and beyond it, because the immune system needs to confront these pathogens. We as humans, like I was making the point when I was shaking people's hands, one guy said, "Jimmy, I don't want to get you sick." I says, well, I'll tell you what. I says, then I'm the one at risk. I'm willing to bet that the healthy bacteria in my hand is healthier and stronger than the unhealthy bacteria in your hand. And about 9 out of 10 people would shake my hand after that. I'm trying to accentuate the positive because that's what the body does. When you give the message all the way down to the cells, they will take care of you because your cells are committing suicide to keep you alive every moment. And people are going to take a vaccine to thwart that. When you take a vaccine, by the way, it goes directly into the bloodstream, meaning it passes your immune system. It puts it directly into your bloodstream, which actually causes a surge in the elements that fight disease. And one of them is just as bad as having too much inflammation that causes respiratory, is that it causes a surge where it overreacts, and you can die from the opposite effect. So that's why no vaccine. Stay healthy. Check out the couple of immune videos. I think you'll be entertained by those, and it does help keep us alive.
Even the worst tasting food is the healthiest tasting, like turnips.
Look,
What was that?
I don't like
Turnips
turnip.
are great. They're actually the most antivirus type.
Turnip, I'm not so sure if I can digest that one.
Yeah,
Turnips are good.
It's probably true, but it
They're
might not be on my
nasty to me.
on my
Yeah,
palate.
but the most, the worst tasting vegetables are the most healthiest vegetables.
Well, what's true too is that sometimes vegetables may not taste very good to people. It's only because our taste buds have been tainted by the other foods, even meat, things like that. Not that it's bad, but our taste buds are put through such a test and their practice every day that the natural foods don't always taste the best. They're kind of bland or whatever, but don't they take good care of you?
Yeah. You know, and that's like the best thing to stay healthy: eat, walk. By the way, you're losing 30 pounds.
Well, God bless, because I will tell you, over the past 2 months, I've been very regimented. I'm not saying I haven't eaten carbs and things like that, but I have curbed my eating habits drastically. I would say I'm eating, without exaggeration, almost 2/3 less than I've eaten the past couple of years. And
Wow.
and I have walked. I go down to Massabesic Lake, which is a great venue to walk through the pines and different things like that. And so you get that soulful thing from what the body brings in. So thank you very much for that. I'll look forward to that.
Well, when I walk between 5:30 to getting later because of the cold, and I walk across the Merrimack. I can walk from going to the baseball park. You know, there's a big path that goes all the way up through the Goffstown, all the way down through, keep going. And I take a walk through there every morning, and I just love it. You see my expression on Facebook. I truly
See
enjoy
them all
it.
every day, yeah.
And I meet a lot of interesting people. I met one man, and I have to admire him. He's homeless, but he wants to be. He says he has a nice tent. He has one of those portable gas stoves that he cooks his meals with.
Okay.
He has a little portable heater or whatever. And he says to the person, he makes walking sticks. And he's very happy. He says he will not live in an apartment.
Well, you know, I was walking down a country path, more or less, down by Massapequa Lake just the other day. And, you know, there are people out there, they always want to know more about you. So I'm walking down, this guy comes up, and we're talking. He goes, I'd like to know more about you. And I says, okay, what do you mean? So he pulled out a gun, and he says, I'd like to know how much money you have, because you're not going to have it for very long. And that was supposed to be humor, but if they want to know about you, you got to be careful of what you're willing to tell
You
people.
got to hold the ball.
Got to hold the ball.
Yeah, you're hitting the table, and it's going through the... I have to play the ball. Yeah, and go through the mic.
So what do you want me to do with this?
beginning,
Squeeze it.
instead of banging the table.
Squeeze the ball.
Oh, is that what I did?
Yeah, you keep doing it.
Uh-oh. I'm not responsible.
Yes,
Squeeze
you
the
are.
ball, not the microphone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
Sinful.
You know how many
I
times
am,
they put on?
I am
they put that
sorry
on.
about that.
Okay, I'm going to have you shuffle.
I'm talking Italian. I talk with my hands sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, that's me too. That's
Shuffle.
why I move back a little and my
Yeah.
hands are here. Ask him. I do
And I
the
put
same.
my
Well,
microphone.
thanks for letting me know, because obviously I wasn't aware of it.
I'm going to have you shuffle those. Yeah, I'm Scotch.
You want me to shuffle them?
Yeah, I wanted to shuffle them. Then
You're going to get a reading.
And the third one to be read on my famous Donald
Wow.
Trump cards. You can't read them because he's your brother.
So we
Right, I know. I do. I told him. I mean, I've done terrible, but I tell him I strictly just stick with the cards.
And I honestly don't think... I never liked another reader
Here he
reading a
goes
family
banging
member.
the cards now.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
man.
okay. I never... I always recommend you do not
Who
read a
invited this
family
guy?
member.
Right.
Jeez.
Because there are things in there that you might see that you don't want to see. So what
Well,
you're gonna
but
do
in
is
that
you're
case,
gonna
I
change
know.
it.
I don't like say it. I don't. I mean, like that. If I was reading him and that card came up, I tell him, you know, you're gonna have this big brainstorm. You know, it's
Yeah.
gonna all of a sudden you're gonna ba-boom. It's gonna come to you.
I'm going to have you take out 5 cards. Don't
All
look
at
at them.
once
look at
or one
this.
at a time for you to...
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Community Corner.
Oh, hi, Norm.
Hi,
I thought
Doc.
you were live.
I am.
Oh, okay. Listen, Norm, I just heard you say something online about the cards, and I've been thinking about you for a while.
Uh-huh.
You did a reading for me back
Oh.
in 2017, and this has been haunting me for months now.
Okay.
This has to do with Trump.
Okay.
We were talking politics, and I've always been amazed how open you are with how open you are online with your political viewpoints.
Right.
So we were talking about Trump before my reading, and I'll never forget you saying to me, and again, this is in 2017, he will get in again, but they won't let him finish.
Right. And I do
And
see
it
him
always
getting again.
It always, from that day on, I kept saying, you know what? I couldn't figure out what you would have meant at that time. It's like, would they have kicked him out of office? No, he's not going to get impeached. I think we have finally seen exactly what you meant. And I just heard you online. I was going through, I opened Facebook and you just popped up. And I go, you know what? This has been bothering me for months. And I just I was going to send you a message on Facebook and be like, do you remember saying that?
I've said that before a lot of times. I do believe that Trump actually won, but they're going to keep trying to cover it up. And I actually see someone trying to assassinate him.
That was the impression question I got back then, I was like, is it going to be an assassination? Are they going to impeach him? And I'm like, nah.
And
But
then
I
some.
remember,
Actually,
I never forgot. That was in 2017. I'll never forget you saying that to me. And now I think we're seeing exactly what's going on. I
Right.
agree. I think he won.
No, I
think he
do
won.
too.
And they're not going to they're doing everything they can to make sure that he does not finish.
Oh, yeah.
You can be assured he won.
yeah, we know
Absolutely.
we won.
Yeah.
We're all Trump fans in here.
Oh, are you? Oh, that's why
yeah.
I'm like, okay, wait, I'm not, I'm like, I hope no one hears me.
Oh,
He's got the right
Go
policy.
right ahead.
That's just
Yeah.
as bad as you being open about being a Trump supporter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You're a spiritual guy.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be. I live in Boston. I'm not supposed to be.
you're right. You know,
Trump's
that's what I find it interesting that these people who are anti-Trump. Oh, how can you call yourself a spiritual guide or a reader when you're all anti-Trump? And I said, if you're going to judge me by my political parties, then I don't think I want to talk to you.
No, he might not
My
be.
God, I don't understand what's going on. You must have saw what was on the news an hour or two ago.
Oh, yeah.
Capitol Hill.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, the Capitol, they got that down
my
in Charlotte.
God, people are pissed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I saw earlier when they were bringing in the ballots for the states, the third state, which was Arizona, got challenged, and so they had to leave the chambers to go have a conference on it. And the next thing you know, there's a lot of unsettlement out there, and this is what we have. But obviously, visions of things to come. Hopefully, the right side.
Pence is
can
going to
quell
make the
things.
right choice.
I'm not so sure. Today there was.
I'm not feeling. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I kind of feel like we needed to all blow up.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a
Well,
big.
that's what's going to happen.
Well,
That's
yes.
exactly what's going to happen.
It's a
It's
boiling
gonna
pot.
It's going to be a big 21. It's going to be as far as the political views go, and as far as I've seen a lot more rioting going on.
You know,
I've seen more-
if people aren't acclimating to the melting pot, then we're going to have to respond to the boiling pot. And I think that's where we are right now.
Right. But remember this, that universal spirit, or as you call him God or whatever, has everything under control. And you know what? It's going to become an abrupt ending when all this happening. March and April are going to be very, very tough years. And months.
March and April, tough months.
I
was
was
gonna say,
thinking
this
it's
isn't
funny,
going away
April
anytime
and May,
soon.
yeah.
But I've been
Yep.
thinking about this for months, ever since the election, and I'm like, I finally understand what Norm was saying back in 2017.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get the feeling he was going to get assassinated.
No.
Nor did I get the feeling that they were ever going to be able to impeach him. But he got in. He got in. You're right. And they're doing
they're
everything
trying
they
to.
can
Yeah.
make
Well, look.
sure
They have.
he does not finish.
They have never given him a chance. They tried to impeach
They
him.
sabotaged them from day one.
And
even
everybody-
before, even before
Soon
5
as he-
years. 5 years they've sabotaged
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
That's treason, based on the intensity
Yeah.
and what they did to him, and they
It's
try to
scary to
nullify
have-
the good policies. You vote for the policy. He might be,
Mm-hmm.
he might be buffoonish sometimes when he's doing Instagram, tweet, or whatever he does. But I'll tell you, he is smart. He knows what he's doing. He's got the right policies. I know I'm buying them. I'm
Me
not
too.
buying what the other
His
side
mouth is
wants.
getting him in trouble. There's no doubt about
That's
that.
he always said he would
No doubt
never
about
be a
that.
people pleaser.
You know,
Yeah.
but come on, why
He's-
is everyone losing their mind? I don't understand. Where's the common sense anymore? Why does everyone seem so blind?
Because of communist
TDS,
supporters.
TDS, Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
They got
But
TDS.
there's so
Yep.
much of it.
There's too
There
much.
is.
Yes, there is.
You know.
My
But
God, their goal is to make our youth dumb, fat, and stupid. Drugs.
absolutely, you got it right on the base.
That's where programming goes to.
Yeah. When I look out at the park from where I live, and my heart cries because the kids, they can't play in the park without wearing masks, but some do. Or the kids that's a private school here, they don't go out and play anymore. And it's so
Oh,
heartbreaking
yeah,
to
it
see
is.
Oh my God, Norm! They've already started. My kids, they've been on remote school since March. Okay.
I've said that for
Explained
years.
to my daughter today.
Yeah.
You have no idea what indoctrination you're about to go through.
Hopefully,
Always stay in the middle of the road, because in her English class, they don't learn about English. They're talking about transgender bathrooms.
Isn't it unbelievable?
And
Unbelievable.
Yeah, well,
even
look what
in
they
the
did.
biography biology med class.
Yeah.
They were talking about food deserts
Yeah.
and environmental justice. And it's like, my daughter wants to go into biochemistry someday.
Yeah.
Well, how's this going to help her get in college?
Yeah. This person that I
so much
know,
worse now.
Yeah.
this person that I know, I went down to that Northwest school here in Manchester, and they had her mother bring a banana in so they could teach 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds the proper use of a condom with a banana.
That's pathetic.
Excuse me, may I address the caller?
Yeah.
Caller, thanks for calling
And then
in.
they wonder why
do
people
wanna
are
address
so
that.
angry. They're being censored. They're being silenced. They're not allowed to have their own moral compass. And they're taking over the education of our own children. The America we knew it's gone.
Yeah.
All the rules that we followed, everything, I've lived like a pauper to make sure my kids will have the education they need, and I won't go into debt, and you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I'm trying to put them on the right path, and will they be better off just collecting social services?
Actually, they could not live with themselves if they were doing that. One of the things that I do know is that the government wants the Democrats or the Communist Party, and hang me if you want, Democrats, but I do know that they want us to depend on the Communist Party.
Yeah.
They want
China.
yeah.
Russia was never the threat. It's always been China.
Well, Russia has been in the background. Okay.
Russia is nothing but is nothing but the pot stirrer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
They don't have the economic means. They have the large military, but they're not as strong as they used to be.
Right.
They just stir the pot.
You know, I can remember, I don't know if
That's
you've
what
ever
they
heard
do.
of Jean Dixon or not. She was a very
Oh,
great
yes.
reader. I had the pleasure
Jean
of
Dixon,
meeting her.
yes.
She said, talking 50 years ago, that Russia and China were going to join together and turn against the United States.
Oh, I don't doubt it. China's already starting to get in the back pocket of the Saudis. We're in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
We're
If
in
you
big
look at...
trouble.
Well, they already own Biden.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, if you look at the pictures of Obama, the great first gentleman with his, well, I can't say he should come on the air, and his wife, but if you look at Obama going through the chemistry lab in China and giving his approval, see, I believe this vaccine has been researched even when Obama was president. They already had that plan.
Absolutely.
I'm
starting to believe in conspiracy theories, and I've never been that way before.
No.
And I'm getting scared.
Yeah,
and
don't.
they make a lot of sense,
I feel
don't
like
they?
China, I feel like they I'm almost believing that they really let it out. I mean, our economy was surpassing everything.
Yeah.
They didn't have a chance. And look at the benefits they reaped
Yeah.
from this COVID-19 and their bragging.
Oh, they're
about
making money off this shot. So they're making money, and then look at the money
Guess
they're
what, how much
making off
money
the
they make?
masks.
Billions and billions and billions on masks
Oh, not just
only.
that. I think that, hello, once this all broke out, everyone finally figured out China makes 90% of our antibiotics.
Yeah.
That should have never
How
been
do you
allowed.
trust that?
Yeah. That's why I like Trump, because he really put a ball and chain to doing all. That's why China doesn't, and Biden doesn't like it. The sad part, and I really believe this, the sad part is we're bringing out all this garbage against Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, but nothing is going to happen.
No, it isn't. They got everybody covers for
They
the
folded.
media.
Yeah, the media,
all
they
they
can
need.
slam them all they want, but if they started arresting these people, that's like when Epstein, I had said right along, even on my show, that Epstein was still alive. And they found out he's a witness protection area, And I believe that his girlfriend or whatever, she is with him. And they're back on the island.
Ooh, say that again.
I don't
Epstein.
know.
Epstein?
I don't know.
Oh, there was a
gone.
big
I think
thing
we're
now
in
how
trouble.
he's there's a big write-up about how he's going to be in a witness protection problem.
What? He's dead.
He's dead. They killed him.
No, he's not.
Jeffrey Epstein.
No, he's not. No, he's
You think
not.
it was a fake?
I
death?
absolutely do. And they even came out.
That's
on
an
a-
interesting twist.
They even came out with
Yeah.
a news
No,
report
I
that he.
called you to feel a little bit better.
You should feel better.
Feel better because we're gonna win.
We're
This is
talking the
Republican.
truth,
That's
baby.
right.
We're
The
talking
truth is all coming out.
Hey.
2017, I know you're not like that type of, that type of psychic or whatever, but I think you kind of pinpointed something.
Yeah.
You have any more feelings coming up?
Oh, I will tell you this, that a lot of these so-called, and the rich and famous, the poor, the rich, the Republicans and Democrats are going to come crashing down like there is no tomorrow.
And patriots will prevail.
Yeah. And the one thing I
Patriots
see
will
for
prevail.
you, darling, is health-wise, financial-wise, or what, you're going to be okay.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to be
I'm
around
feeling
for a
old.
long time. Okay?
Damn, I'm feeling old.
Oh, hey, honey, when you get 75, then you feel old. But I feel better now
That's
than I ever
that's
did.
wisdom and maturity right there.
Right.
Wisdom and
Actually,
maturity.
I feel better now than I ever have. You
God
know?
bless you.
And I got a good call from the doctor, so I was happy with that. Would you like my friend Dave to do like 3 cards on you?
What, sure. Are they the Trump cards?
No,
No,
I have
I'll do-
tarot
I'll do
cards.
you-
I just opened up Facebook and I said, and I heard you say something Trump cards, and I go, you know what? I'm going to call Norm
all right,
because this
I'll
has
do
been
the Trump
haunting me.
cards.
All right. Norm will do the Trump
I'll do
cards
the Trump
on you.
cards for you, okay?
And then
I
if
don't know
you
what a Trump card is, but it sounds like fun.
playing cards.
That's the
It's a
Trump
playing
cards.
card with
They're
the
playing
Trump
cards,
feature.
okay? When Trump, my son gave it to me
Life
for
is
my
a gamble,
birthday.
right? Let's go for it.
Okay. The one thing I see about with you is the old you is crossed over to the old way. You got a whole new positive outlook on life. You're going to become a lot stronger with yourself because you're learning how to become more outspoken.
I'm Italian. I think I've always been outspoken.
Well, we knew that, but that's okay. You know,
I don't
they-
know how much more outspoken I can be.
oh, honey, you just
The
started.
only fear I have of speaking is, again, being from Boston, you
Yeah.
don't want to let your political views come out.
Right. You know, but I will also tell you, when you've had enough, you've had enough. I also will tell you, there's a lady that has crossed over that is very proud of you.
Oh, that's nice.
Is your
It
mom
would be
passed?
my mother, I hope.
It is. Thank you. Your mother is also. She's also looking down on. She told me to tell you to keep being proud of who you are. And she told me not to forget to water the flowers, whatever that means.
We were big plant buffs.
Okay.
Not much watering I can do right now.
But it
But
could be
I'm getting
regular.
ready to start my seedlings for the
Right.
spring and summer.
Man, that could be what she wants you to do too. I also see you moving out of the area in about 5 years.
You know what? I say that all the time. I don't think I can live here much longer.
No, nope. And I also will.
Crazy. I want to go live in the Hidden Valley Ranch place, where even the kids eat their vegetables. You ever see that commercial?
Oh, I love that commercial. You know.
Oh, my
But-
God. I want to find a place like that.
Are you in a relationship right now?
Crazy.
Yeah. Are you in a relationship right now?
Yes, I've been married for over 20 years.
Yeah. Well, you got another 25 years more.
Or like Archie and Edith. Pray for me.
But actually, that's how you two make your marriage work.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
different
we're
as
like
night
an old
and
married
day.
couple.
Yeah. I also will tell you that you got a lot of energy spiritually that you should learn how to do your readings or do maybe a crystal ball or something like that. You would be phenomenal with it.
You know what? I know I would be, but I'm also one of those persons who cannot meditate or anything like that. I'm too high strung.
You know,
I don't meditate.
I don't.
I
You don't
a
have
lot
to
of
meditate.
dreams
Yeah.
that I have a lot of dreams, like premonitions and things like that.
Yeah.
But
Do you
I
write?
don't have the mindset.
Yeah.
Do you
Nope.
write them
to
down?
do
Do you
what
write your
guys
dreams
do.
down? Do you keep a journal?
I did for a little while when my brother passed
Yeah.
over 10 years ago, and I swear I could talk to him every day.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I was having conversations in my head with him every day.
I will tell you
And then
this,
I
that
would
you.
have dreams, and he would show me things in dreams, and I would write it down. But it's been over 10 years.
Yeah. But he's still in your dream. Yeah, he's still going to let you do that. There's a dog there with him as well.
Mm.
Okay, and one of the things I also would tell you to do. Your mother wants you to make one of her Italian desserts that she used to make.
The pizzellis.
Okay, so I would do that in honor of her.
For Christmas, and my daughter loves them, and I haven't attempted it yet.
Well, I think I would encourage you to do. And when you do, David, I wouldn't mind if you want to come to the studio and give us a piece of dessert, right, Dave?
Dave, that's right.
You know, but I
have
also.
my mother's cookbooks from when she was in high school.
Uh-huh.
She wrote down all her Italian recipes.
Yeah.
And my goal was to get them all scanned and turn them into a real book for my family.
Yeah.
And we were going to call it Nana Mealy's Cookbook.
Do it. Please don't hesitate. Do it. Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually see you. There are some people who you give a lot of love, even though you try not to, but that's who you are. There's some people that you're going to be hearing from that you're very forgiving of who actually betrayed you at one time, but because you were able to forgive them, that you can continue on for yourself.
Probably.
I actually see you taking some courses online.
Probably. How's the job? Please tell me it's stable.
Oh, you're going to be fine.
Thank you.
What do you do?
I got a big merger coming up. Just so much in life is changing.
Oh, yeah, but the merger, you're going to be okay when the merger comes in. You might even get a raise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can always, let's put it this way, the state of Massachusetts and the United States government will love you for the taxes that you're going to pay in.
Shut up. Oh my God, can I tell you that's my other panic? I look at my 401k and I look at my paycheck and I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen soon?
Yeah, your 401 pretty safe right now.
Well, I don't know. Biden was talking about messing around with that.
Well, it won't be until 2 years.
Some of the tax benefits, some of the pre-tax.
Yeah. You know what I don't understand is your money. It's your 401k, and I don't understand. My son had to borrow his from an emergency. Another friend of mine had over $260,000 in a 401k, and they penalize them when they take their money out.
Oh,
It's your money.
Oh, yeah.
And
They
she said
always
it.
find a way of taking your money.
Yeah, when she took out
And as I said, I live like a pauper. I put everything away.
Yeah.
Because the best gift I can ever give my kids is knowing that they won't have to take care of me and my husband when we're old.
Yeah, and that's a good thing too. You had some pretty good kids here. You got some pretty successful children.
I hope so.
How old are they?
16. 14 and 16.
Oh, you got one child that's kind of mouthy.
Yes, the youngest one right now.
He's got. Is it a he?
She.
She's got a big wake-up call. And then she's going to realize that Mommy was there for her. I'm not saying she's going to get hurt or anything like that, but I am concerned about some of the people she may hang around with.
Well, yeah. But right now, I mean, she seems to have a lot of social anxiety.
Yeah.
But she's also at that age where, she'll start, eventually she'll open up.
Yeah.
And being at that age, there would be kids that I have to worry about.
Right. And I'll tell you, she's going to be one of your most successful ladies going.
I hope so.
Okay. We're not going to hope, we're going to know.
She is the athletic one.
Right.
She's not my academic.
Yeah.
She's very lazy in school.
Well, I actually
And I
see her,
worry
if
about
she
her.
puts it together, I can see her winning a scholarship in basketball.
Oh, no, she plays ice hockey.
Oh, ice hockey. Okay, then that's the one. Then that's where it's going to be. She's going to win a scholarship. She's not afraid to push people around. On the ice. That's her domain. That's her favorite thing. This is where she expresses. Don't allow her to continue playing. Your other daughter, the one that's pretty smart. I can actually look at her helping other people, like in the medical field.
That's exactly what she wants to do. She wants to go into the medical sciences. She has autism.
Yeah.
And
We talked about that, didn't we?
Student.
Yeah.
She's an honor student, and she's taking some college courses right now.
Yeah.
And she's a junior in high school.
Yeah.
Very smart kid, but it's difficult.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what makes her successful.
Mm-hmm.
I actually look at her doing research.
And that's exactly what she wants to do. She wants to work in a lab.
Right? And I see her doing a lot of that. She's going to be very successful with that, you know. And that's because you're supporting her.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me get
Like
one
I said,
more.
I
kid.
worry about their future all the time.
Don't worry about it. Let it go. Let it happen. You know, you came successful in your own right? You know, I mean, you may not be a millionaire or whatever, but you have strong ethics about you.
I had strong ethics because, yes, my father died when he was 35 years old. My mother was barefoot, pregnant, Italian, 5 kids, worked as a seamstress, and I had to start working when I was 12 years old. I haven't stopped.
And no regrets for it, do you?
No regrets whatsoever. But
See-
the one regret I have is I refuse to let my kids work. To me, after growing up the way I did, having nothing and having to work, their job is to study.
No.
I don't want them to go through what I went
Their
through.
job is to learn responsibility, like helping to earn their own part-time job. We did that with my granddad, then she started working young. No, if they want to work part-time during the summer or whatever, allow them to do it.
Yeah.
Allow them
But
to make
thanks to
their own
COVID,
money.
Who knows what's going to happen this summer?
All right. That's good. Still, it's going to take another year to a year and a half before people are going to be able to go out and enjoy themselves. Like my son and I, and it didn't even seem like Christmas, even though we had it. We still live in the same town, but we did Skyping. We talked to each other that way. We shared dinner and stuff. But unfortunately, this is what the Democratic Party wants.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it. I swear to God, shutting everything down. I mean, you had AOC sending out Twitter saying shut everything down until after the election.
Oh, yeah.
And she was saying this last March.
Yep.
It's all on Twitter.
Yeah, and you know,
And that's what I said. People are blind.
Yeah. People, I mean, she's not even an American citizen, is she? Oh, she has to be.
Yeah, she is, yeah.
Was she born here in
Yeah.
America?
Yeah.
And look at Harris.
That's the one from the Bronx.
Right. And look
The
at Harris.
bartender.
Yeah.
AOC.
From BU.
Yeah. And look at Harris. Look how she worked her way up the ladder, you know. And, you know, if they were so confident that she was going to be the vice president, why hasn't she resigned from the Senate seat?
Oh, Harris there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hon, I'm going to let you go.
How long's it going to take before Biden ends up leaving office? Is
About
my
a
question.
month. That's
About
the
a month.
plan.
You
About a
think
month.
About a
a
month.
year?
Yeah.
I bet you by the end of May
Actually-
he'll be gone. By the end of
Actually,
May.
I actually see him crossing over.
You think?
Yeah,
I
there-
wouldn't be surprised. Did you see him talking tonight?
Oh,
No.
He just did a little press conference. It was horrible.
yeah. Well, how I don't want a president that's going to keep touching these young girls' hair and kiss on it, and seeing how the children love his hairy legs and all that. I don't want a
brutal.
president like that.
That's brutal.
What a
He's
perv.
vile.
Yeah, you know.
But I think that was the plan. They just wanted that moderate face
Oh,
to
yeah.
get some of these votes.
You're
That's
right.
it.
And
You
once
are
they got
correct.
in,
Yeah.
it was the progressive agenda that's going to be following.
But it
That's
is-
where Kamala comes in.
They got a rude awakening coming.
Oh,
they think they're
absolutely.
just going to stampede over everybody. It ain't going to happen.
No,
They're
no.
in
We're
for a
coming.
big shock.
When we come back, even if I don't see him getting elected, but we got enough people in the Republican side and the Senate side and then the legislators. And I don't understand why people keep re-electing these people. Re-electing. Like they elected,
Well, look at
Shaheen,
Nancy. They keep
Pappas.
re-electing
Oh,
Nancy.
Custer.
please. Yes.
you know, and Hannah. I don't understand how Hannah, what's her name? Hassan?
Maggie Hassan. Yep.
And her husband, and
Fried.
what I find interesting that when her husband was the headmaster at that school in Exeter, and all these guys were doing sexual assault on the students, you cannot tell me that her husband did not know.
Oh, I know.
what was
I
going
remember hearing that story too.
on, you know.
And that
Well,
was
hun-
in
Look at
Mass.
the anti-Semite who just got voted in Georgia.
Yeah,
No?
Challenge.
Another wife beater.
yeah.
Challenge.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be challenged. You know, a lot of challenges.
think?
Yep.
I don't believe they're going to challenge anything anymore.
They're not. Not,
They
not
won't
if they're
even allow Trump
Democrat.
to bring any of the evidence to any of these courts.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Well-
not judges. These so-called judges are nothing but activists. They're leftist
Yeah.
activists.
Well,
They're
look
not
at that
judges.
John Roberts, how they
Them
proved that he
were
goes
put
to
into-
Epstein's
were
island.
put into their position by the Obama administration, too.
Yeah. Well, look at Epstein. I mean, what's his name? John Roberts, who they brought out in the writing on, and that he goes to the Epstein mansion,
To the island. Yeah.
to the island. Yeah. Well, hon, I have to let you go because we got other calls going to be coming through. And give me a call or
Okay.
Facebook me, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Happy
Ciao,
New
ciao.
Year.
love.
Bye,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Another Trump fan. Okay, I got to mix these all up again. Okay, take out 5. Or did you take them out already?
No, I didn't.
No, okay.
I'll feel my way here.
I love doing meetings on
You
the
always get the cards that are for you.
Yeah.
Like that one?
Sorry you didn't get a chance, but
What?
to read her.
Oh, that's all right. She wanted
That
those,
one
so
there.
I would have.
That one? That one?
You need to count them for him?
Not really.
5.
Oh, here we
One
go
more.
again.
Here you go.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm Community Corner.
Hi, Norm. It's Mary St. Pierre. I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
AOC, I'm really curious as to why she was able to get her vaccination before all the other people at high risk.
Because she knew the right people.
Typical politician.
The politician. She knew the right people. She knew who to push the button for or whatever. That's all. And
So I sit here with 4 comorbidities
Yeah.
and she gets it
Yeah.
Yeah.
at her age,
Yeah.
Yeah.
perfect health.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I won't do the shots. Because that's going to make you
I was
sicker.
just going to do it because I have so many things wrong with me that, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why you don't want to. I understand that. I understand why people don't.
Don't
But
be
I said,
nervous.
I don't understand why some people get this. I can understand Nancy Pelosi. She's 80.
Yeah. Yeah. My son had
Then is
the
it,
my son had the virus as well, but he took it a lot better. Okay. Do I believe it completely cures you out of your system? No, not at all. There's always every flu that we get, whether you get the flu shot or whether you
And
don't,
it can't prevent it.
it's
Right.
all and it's not preventable to begin
Did
with.
you hear about in Israel? They're giving them the vaccine. After the vaccine, they're getting COVID.
Yeah.
In
Well, look at
Israel.
that nurse that
oh,
faded.
great.
Yeah. So
That, look at that
Well,
nurse.
I
That,
can't even get hold of my doctor to get any advice.
Well, find
you
out
know-
what's in it. Find out what's in the vaccine and have your doctor comment on that. It might not be the vaccine for you.
I don't think it is, to be
That's
honest with you.
true, because there are 2. So,
If you think about it, maybe the spirit could give you a reason why you're not getting the shot. They did not. Maybe the spirit doesn't want you to have it. Because I'm concerned about you getting
I know
sick.
that Governor Sununu changed the thing yesterday and made high-risk people top priority,
Yeah.
along with the workers and everything. So it kind of boosted me up. But as I said, I can't get any information from anybody.
Because they don't know the
What
answer
I'm
to it.
supposed to do, or where I go, or
Yeah. See, they don't even know the answer to that, to be honest with you. I guess you can get the shot over at one of the drugstores.
Really?
Yeah. I wouldn't because they're not RNs, and then but all they are is somebody showing them how to give the shot or whatever.
Right.
I don't,
Exactly.
But I actually, I'm not going to, everybody has their own choice. I personally will not
Right.
take the shot.
me either.
And one of the, at the, when I went to the clinic, they asked me if I wanted a shot, and I go, no, absolutely not. And the lady actually smiled and says, I respect that.
Yeah,
That's appreciable.
No, as I
That's
said,
good.
it's an individual choice,
Yep.
and
Then try to take it away from us.
I wonder about it myself.
Yeah.
And by the way, I wanted to tell you, Jim says Happy New Year.
Tell him I said Happy New Year back.
Okay.
Okay, I've been
I
trying
will
to
let
get
you
him to
go.
come on my show,
Thank
but
you for letting me call.
oh, no problem. Call me and I'll get you back on my show again.
Sure, that'd be great.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. You have a
Have a
good
good
night.
one, Norm.
Yep. Bye bye. can't say it out loud.
Okay.
I actually, because of me, he got his own TV show. Mary, I love, I've been blessed. A lot of the people that come on my show have actually had their own TV shows off of my show. Like 15 or 16 of them.
Nice.
So that makes it good. Are you ready, sir?
Ready for? Yes.
I actually see
Reading.
a companion for you, a female companion. I'll make sure it's a female
Some
companion.
balance. Well, for my selection, yes.
Right.
My orientation.
Right, but I do see a nice, she's about maybe 5 to 10 years younger than you. Very spiritually guided, but also very opinionated.
You can live with that.
You two will have a lot of intellectual.
He'll say anything at this point. No.
You'll have very intellectual conversations. We'll put it that way, and you might already know of her or know her.
Interesting.
Okay, what? Your dad, as you're looking, your dad passed, right?
Yeah.
Are you his favorite?
I'm not sure. I'm his namesake, but I don't know about his
He was
family.
the favorite.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because that's what I see. But he told me to tell you to protect your brother here.
Whoa.
Baby brother.
My baby brother. That's
Oh,
right.
you're the baby
I'm
brother?
the baby
Oh,
brother,
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
He's the other favorite. With the other parent.
he's your mother's favorite. You
So-
know. But
yeah.
the one
Very
thing I
good kid.
know about
Yeah.
both of you is that anything happened to either one of you will both would be really there to help defend each other.
That's
you know,
right.
and
That's
that's
it.
now, do you have another brother?
No.
You have a sister?
Yes, we. Yep.
Is there a lot of tension there?
Not now. No.
Oh, good.
No.
That's a neat story.
If I can just interject
Sure.
something. Actually, as far as we know, my parents had 3 children. But when my father was in the hospital, when he was fading, when he was in a nursing home, a doctor asked him different things about himself. And the doctor did say, "How many children do you have?" My father said 4.
And he's
I don't know
right.
if you picked up on that because we were in the room.
I wasn't in there.
And I told the doctor, he says, "Find out the names. Tell him to name the children." And the doctor never did that. I want to smack him. But
Wow.
yeah, he said,
You have another
he said
sister.
4 of them there. What's the name?
Yeah. You have a sister. Her name is Maria.
Say again?
Her name is Maria.
Well, it wouldn't be the sister we know.
No, that's another.
That might be number 4.
That might
Yeah.
be number 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Her name is Maria.
I will.
Talk about tension with my
go ahead.
sister.
I'll consider that.
She's got a lot. She's one of those with the COVID. She goes out for a walk now. And she puts on the windshield.
Well, she's very homophobic about germs.
She is.
Okay. She really
She
is.
wipes her counters down. I don't know if she still does, but she'd wipe them
I
down
also
5
see
times.
you guys all having a great reunion when all this stuff is over. Okay.
Yeah, I've
Do you have
always.
children?
Excuse me?
You have children?
I do, God bless.
You have 3?
I have 3 by my second marriage, 1 by my first.
So you actually have 5.
I have four
You
children.
have 5.
I would not know that.
When you were in your younger days. Actually, one of your second wife also had a miscarriage.
If she did, she didn't let me know,
No,
but that's
she
always
may not-
possible. She didn't always tell me everything,
Yeah.
so.
But a lot of times they don't realize that they have it.
Okay.
Okay. But I also will tell you that your health is going to improve. 21 is going to be a good year for you health-wise.
Thankful
You're
for
going
that.
to lose like 30 to 35 pounds, maybe a little more. Your sugar level's going to go down. You're borderline diabetic.
I'll look forward to that because I was also borderline diabetic for sure.
Well,
For
I'll be a
period.
neighbor soon, so I'll be dragging them out because I love to walk myself.
Good for you. Well, the 3 of them do a walk. Come over by where
Well,
I live. We'll go on that walk.
Norm,
That
I get
works.
up early too. I could meet you.
Yeah.
That works.
I
Then
could
we can go
meet
for
you.
breakfast afterwards. One of the things that
Now he's
one of your
talking.
old flames, I'm getting this from one of your old flames is going to come back and want to become friends with you again.
Mary Caffarella.
Oh, Nancy, that's right.
Nancy Caffarella.
That's odd you mention her because can I interject something
Sure.
for just a quick minute? Some years ago, sometimes when you think, not in a regretful way, but you go, gee, I should have done this or I should have done that. Just ironically even. Well, I went to Mrs. Caffarella's, and I really went there to tell her, and this is after I was divorced the second time. I went there and I was going to tell her I should have been her son-in-law.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, she had passed, so I wasn't able to pass that along. But I thought of it, and Nancy's brother and sister weren't around, so I couldn't contact them. But it was the point to make to Mrs. Caffarella because Mrs. Caffarella and I were really close. And it's just one of those things that life was different,
Right.
But it was like a closure thing after so many years. And it's funny you mentioned that because she's who I went to my prom with, and yet
That's
we never capped it off.
Wow.
And
When
I
I
thought
do-
of her.
that's who's
I've
gonna
thought
be-
of her occasionally.
Yeah,
Funny you mention
I
that.
actually see her coming back into your life, but it's not going to be the
That's
same.
funny.
Yeah, it never is. You can never recapture history.
Hey, I've been
and
there so
times
many
change.
times, I can't remember them all.
You don't really want it anyway.
Right,
No.
that's right. Yeah.
But I also know this is one is like she's not very tall. She's not skinny, but she's not fat either. But she's also a very quiet, but yet very outspoken person in many ways. Cooks like there is no tomorrow. So if you go with her, she's going to make sure you lose your weight.
That's comfort too. That's good.
I also see you moving to another area.
That may be possible. I have to be careful in case my landlord is tuning in.
Well, it could be in the same building.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Because you like it where you are right now.
Right, with a couple of exceptions. Yeah.
But
That's
you're
true.
making the
place.
best out of it.
Yes, that's exactly
It's a
the way
good
to
deal.
put
When
it.
you
That's
start
exactly
thinking
the
the
way to put it.
positive, that's when you learn how to.
Yeah, that's exactly the way to put it.
Yes, you have a very strong religious belief or spiritual belief within yourself. You may not mean the pope or the person of all that society. Oh, we go to mass and we become hypocrites and all that stuff. But you have it inside of here. You have your
You
spiritual
are right
beliefs.
there.
Okay.
You are right there.
I also tell you, if you decide to do Reiki energy, you would be very good at it.
Yeah, that's something I've heard about for decades, but I've never pursued it.
No, it's great. I've had it done so many times. You ever had it done?
I've had Reiki done.
Isn't it awesome?
Oh, yeah?
It really is.
When I went to have my eye surgery, they
It
did
is.
the Reiki energy on me. And instead of, it took 25 minutes instead of 40 or 50 minutes. Then I went and had my heart checked. Then it's supposed to be a 2-hour program, and I was done in 45 minutes. Because,
that's
and I
sensational.
give Reiki energy a lot of credit for that.
I'll definitely look in that
Yeah,
direction.
this lady I know, Liz, she does it. She remember one time, no, my knee was hurt. I don't know if I twisted it or what. She comes over because we're talking on the phone. She didn't sit. She brought this little red crystal. I swear to God, it was like the size of the head of a pin. And she says to me, "This is really, really strong. I'll put it on your knee." And she says, "You'll feel it right away." I swear to God.
Oh, yeah, I swear
Felt
by
it
it.
right away. You could feel the energy from this crystal. That's amazing.
Oh, I love
I have a
love
very
that.
good friend of mine.
Amazing.
She said, I won't do readings if you don't do Reiki. I said, okay, you got a deal. But I do my
Look
own
at
way.
these all hearts. He's
Yeah.
big and up.
Welcome to North Community Corner.
Hi, this is Liz. How are you guys?
Hey, good afternoon.
Hey, darling, how are you,
afternoon.
sweetie?
I'm so happy I caught you guys. How's everyone doing?
Oh, we're doing
Good.
well.
Pretty decent, thank you.
Yeah. We got his brother on there. I got to keep an eye on him so he
Yeah,
don't
Liz,
smack
my
us.
brother's here.
Hey, I was telling, now I got you booked. I was telling Dave to come on too with us.
Yeah.
I got my red wig all ready to go.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And I'm going to have a red heart on one side of my cheek and a blue heart on the other side.
Oh boy, you troublemaker, you.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. How was your holidays?
It was uneventful. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, I'm glad it's over too, But you know what? The one thing I want you to understand is that I don't see any negative energy hooked on you. I see nothing but positive and love.
Yes, absolutely. Keeping my vibrations high and seeing the positive in every situation.
Yep.
I could feel it too.
You
Liz.
got a great job. You got a great children. You got a great personality, and you don't allow the negative energy to go around you.
Plus, she's got those three
Wow.
fantastic kitties now.
Oh yeah, the babies. They'll bring you with positive energy
Yep.
when you're discouraged.
My babies, I know they're getting so big, and the beauty is that they are Libras, and I've been asking for balance in my life, and
Right.
here they are.
Yep.
They're spoiled.
They They are spoiled, yes.
Your youngest child loves them.
I'm getting too old now.
Yeah. Your youngest child loves them cats.
He does, yes. He's a feisty one, that one.
Yeah.
Give him
Oh,
all
yeah.
the
But when he gets acting, the cats know when he's going to act up or going to have problems, and they'll kind of guide him and keep him calm.
Oh, that's good to know. That gives me comfort.
Right. I actually see you moving to New Hampshire.
Oh my God, yeah?
Yep.
I would love that.
Okay. You know, Dave did it. You know.
I'm moving to New Hampshire, Liz. Saturday I'll be permanent. Are you ready? You know where Julianne's is, right?
Yeah.
Right up the
That's
street.
where you are?
Right up the street. I'm moving.
What the hell's a Julianne?
New Hampshire Metaphysical. That's where we met.
No. Then people and I don't. We have our own.
Oh yeah, we
But Liz, I do see that 21's going to be a good year for you, and you are going to find your soulmate.
Ooh, all right.
she's dancing now.
I can see her dancing.
Doing a happy dance.
Yeah. You know, you're going to do well. Allow it to happen for you.
Awesome. I'm ready for it. I am open to receive.
All right. Yep.
You deserve
Well,
it.
it was such a pleasure talking to you.
You
guys.
too.
I love you all.
A pleasure
too.
hearing from you.
Yeah. Much
Have
love.
a nice
Yep.
work.
Yep. Bye-bye now. She's so awesome.
Real sweetheart.
When they told her that she had, I was upset when she told me what they had said about her, having negative energy. You know.
I don't know how. I mean, well, I met her at New Hampshire Metaphysical.
Yeah.
You know, the mediumship workshops. That we just clicked right away.
I went in there a couple of times, and
She's a sweetheart.
we don't
I
connect. The metaphysical place and we just don't connect. I'm my own. Like you, we're soul practitioners. We know.
Yeah.
You know. We know. I don't conform to other way of doing things. And when I saw a woman allowing her 15-year-old daughter or niece or whatever to do a reading on someone with her, to me, I couldn't deal with it. I said, that's very inappropriate. I'm not going to go to a 15-year-old who's still trying to pay $35 for a reading, from a,
Right.
I'm not saying they shouldn't do that, but if you're going to do that, then you need to donate your time to that because it's not
Right.
fair to the person who pays.
Exactly.
Let's see here.
Uh,
You've been
fine.
through hell and back, haven't you?
Been through it.
Yeah. But you know what? You're a survivor. Notice how the white borders is?
You know,
But,
they
yeah.
move. I love
Yeah.
those cards.
Yeah.
If you move, they move.
Yeah, my son gave them to me, so that was good. But no matter how bad your obstacle is, and sometimes you need that obstacle to go down to bring yourself back up to make you more grateful for what you have.
That's a fact. That's a fact. There are many times I'm brought really what I consider near the edge.
Yeah.
And, you got to go to a cliff, you go, either God, why, or spiritually, why, that type of thing. But when I ever get near that edge, there's always something that grabs me by the collar and sets me back.
Your
And
guides.
that's where some big
Your
thanks,
guides.
that's where some
Scott,
big thanks
When I
given.
don't get when I feel things are down, in fact, when the medication I was on, and I get there, well, I'm just going to kill myself. I'm tired of living like this. And now all of a sudden, I get all this clean bill of health, and then Scott has been so encouraging to me. We had the right soulmate. You got it made.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, boy, you have a daughter.
I do.
Is she like you got one that's like an elusive butterfly that jumps from one decision to another, but also knows that daddy's always around?
Yes, one of them is like that, yes.
You have a good relationship with your children.
Say again?
You have a good relationship with your children?
No, not so much that I know of.
Well, it's going to get better.
One of my four is he's excellent.
Five.
We're right 5, as you say, Maria. You mentioned the name. So I thought I will look into that.
You were quite a partier, weren't you, at one time?
Yeah, we used to have a good time.
And you didn't. You were like I am, and and let's be honest, we didn't always practice safe sex. Now you may not even know, and she may not even know, but
I didn't even know there was such thing as safe sex back then.
No, we were
no.
It was like
no, we grew up
living.
in Medford. It was
It was like living, right?
Yeah.
city folk.
One of the things I'm also looking at financially, you're going to be okay. I don't see you. Well, you've always worked hard all your life, and you still work.
Semi-retired on the slow side right now, yeah.
But I do see you doing some traveling, but you're always going to have a home base. You're never going to leave New Hampshire.
Oh, no.
I did a good thing moving
We've
here.
been up here for...
I've been up here for 35 years.
You know, I went to California.
I know it's a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
When I went to California, I couldn't wait to get back here to New Hampshire. I went to school out there and all that, and I couldn't wait. Then I grew up in a really small town. You ever heard of New London, New Hampshire?
Oh, absolutely.
That's where I'm from. There.
Oh, very good.
And then I moved to Laconia for 22 years. Then I moved. I love New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I love Manchester, even in all the bureaucracy garbage.
It's the most unsafe city in New Hampshire. I was just reading last
No.
night. I've been doing research because I'm moving here,
Yeah.
right? So I've been doing research.
Yes.
Just last night, Manchester, the most
Every city is
unsafe city in New Hampshire.
talking about down here.
Yeah, it must have something to do with some of the aldermen. I don't know.
We're allowing all these people to get. Well, the mayor says when you put handcuffs on the people, put them on gently.
Come on.
Stunning.
And whatever crime is committed,
Yeah.
the bail is up to the bailiff if they want to.
Do you have them all
Bail
now?
and let them come out on PR. So we kind of Manchester kind of honors the criminals.
Well, we know the different facilities that house them, and then there are other facilities that help those that are rehabbing.
But I mean, the government, right? The liberal government or the
Yeah.
progressive. If you notice, what do? They reward bad behavior.
Yeah.
They reward bad
they
behavior.
create the very society that they claim they have to take care of.
Yeah.
But they, well, look at Snoopy Dogg. He was in prison. He talked about
Snoop Dogg.
now he's a multi-millionaire.
I like Snoop Dogg. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like his character. You know what I like about him? No bones about him.
Yeah.
What's on his mind, he lets you know.
He's out.
He doesn't
He's
care.
there.
Yeah.
That's why I like
I
him.
always thought I watched the ad between him and Martha Stewart,
That's
and
good,
I always
yeah.
said they got something going on between them two.
You never know.
That's just my opinion, folks.
Well, that's something
By
that
the
you
way,
saw.
I'm here with Dave. You want to again, Dave?
Yeah.
And tell me who you are and where you're at.
Yup, David, Global Medium Shop, Psychic Medium, Tarot Card Reader, Crystal Ball, Readings, 617-777-2236. Oh, Biffid, B-I-F-F-I-D, at yahoo.com.
Very good. Very good.
And you?
Let me something. And I'm Jim. I'm from Manchester. I'm over by Massapequa Lake. Again, anybody with AutoCAD 3D, MEP, which is mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, because I'm into coordinating the trades that go into buildings, including the structures. So that's pretty much about me, and that's
And
what I
you
got.
vocalize your opinions.
Definitely. Oh, definitely. I mean, I write to politicians. I contacted 5 of the challenging senators who are challenging the ballots. I got one live response from a staffer on one of them, and I left messages for the rest who were available about 2 things that bothered me this morning that I saw
Speaking
on
of writing
C-SPAN.
politicians-
So I contacted them, and it's a good thing to contact them because it comes to a voting base when they see so many people mentioning the same scenarios with the same solutions or comments. Do it. We're a voting block.
Yeah.
Speaking of writing politicians, I'll show you later. It's on my phone. I emailed Trump. He responded.
Yeah.
I got the letter on my phone. I'll show you later.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent.
My
Active.
son, he responded to my son, and Governor Sununu responded to my son, so he's got them on the wall,
Oh, and plus, I know I'm from Mass, but
Wait a minute.
right, I email all the politicians there, the elected politicians. Lori Trahan, rubber stamp.
Yeah.
She should never be in office. She doesn't have a backbone. But Markey and Warren, well, I have to admit, Lori Trahan answers the local state senators and state rep. They all answer me. Markey answered me. You know the only one who never answered me? Warren.
Well, she don't even know who she is. She doesn't even know if she's an Indian or she's an
That's
American
true.
or.
I'd imagine she never
I've had
Responded to
Rather
me at all.
contrary to what she's selling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I have Don Baldock coming back on the show at the end of this month.
Who?
Don Baldock. He ran
Oh,
for
yeah.
state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe he got shafted.
Well, hopefully
And
he
then-
stays active, and hopefully he's got visions for the near future.
Right. And I'm going to try to get a hold of my a very good friend who I believe will make a great mayor, Victoria Sullivan.
There's Victoria Sullivan.
Yeah, and Lisa Freeman. I'm going to have them both come on together.
Okay.
You know, I like to have a variety of people coming on. You know, I have a young man who has been rehabilitated. He's coming on, but he wrote a lot of music. He's going to come on and play some music for us. And you know, I don't want one of these stalemate shows that where you're gonna, you know, everything's gonna be boring and all that. One thing I also want to tell you is that where you live, please be very careful of somebody coming on the wrong side of the road and hitting into your car.
Okay.
You have a new car?
Relatively.
It's yours.
Yep.
Yeah. And you enjoy it.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good on gas,
Yes.
but it needs a tune-up.
It needs something. Yep. I know it needs brakes, but yeah.
Thank you. You just
But
beat
good.
me.
Yes.
Could
No,
I
it does
see
need
it
brakes.
being alignment needed?
I
You got
appreciate
one
that.
tire in the back that could be going bald.
Funny you said that. I recently took care of that.
No good.
And that's
But
right.
no.
That's. Go ahead.
Norm, you're crossing me. I'll tell you why. I just got an oil change yesterday. I need brakes and tires.
He was too.
And the brakes related to tires.
Yeah, they said it can go a while,
Yes.
but you know.
Yes.
No, I would tell you to
It's
get
pot-
it ASAP because
Good.
you're going to be driving and they're going to be sitting in front of you and all of a sudden they're going to stop and your brakes may
Oh,
not
they're
work.
still good now. I know, but you know, it's funny. I've dreamt that for I can't tell you how long. It's a repeat dream.
Yeah.
I have to stop quick. I step on the brakes. Nothing.
Yep. Yeah, and you got to follow your dream.
Yeah.
Okay, those are warning signs. Your mother, you used to tease your mother, didn't you?
Absolutely. That's what mothers are
He
for.
was-
You used to instigate her.
Yeah.
He did.
Yes.
Just to get you going, just to get her going.
I would do that.
Yeah. But she loved you anyways.
She did.
Dave could do no wrong as far as your mother was concerned.
That's right.
You know. One time we were in bed, and he was goofing around. So, you know, he got a couple of whacks on the backside. You know, nothing big, just a few love taps, because that's what he would get. And then I used to say, "Oh, Ma, give the kid a break." I got what he should have got. She loved that kid, so of course I had to do
loved you.
something.
Yeah, well, she loved you too.
Oh yeah. Before
But
she
you-
passed, she says,
But I was her favorite.
Right.
I was her
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah. Before she passed, God bless her. You know, she did. She said, "Jimmy, no matter what comes in the future, always know that I love you. That I loved you the same." She says, "No matter what." Yeah, I mean, she's very, very, very conscientious about that.
She's very proud that you're starting to eat healthier.
I'm glad. I'm glad I please her.
Okay? She's really, as your dad said, hell, live life and enjoy it.
Yeah, well,
Your dad enjoyed life, didn't he?
Well, we know that he had. There was some unknown things about his history. You know, when we were
Yes,
growing
Pat,
up,
yeah.
that there was a lot that was probably not disclosed. But yes, he had a time when he was out there. You know.
Who played the guitar?
Excuse me.
Who played the guitar? I'm into guitar music.
Yeah, I wonder. You know, my father was was a tremendous artist, although he never expressed it. You know, only on occasion. He may have, because when I was young, he had a banjo. I don't know, you
I remember.
young.
No, I
Remember he had the
Yeah.
banjo, and I know he strummed it, and he gave it to me. I ended up giving it back to him because I couldn't play it. But remember, he had a banjo. I don't know
remember
where he
that.
got it. He did a few strums, and he decided to give
Where's
it to
the
me. But I
banjo
never.
now?
Oh, I have no idea. I gave it back to him.
What if I told you it's with him spiritually?
Say again?
What if I told you it was with him spiritually?
It might be. Plus, he played the harmonica too. Remember?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
used to play the harmonica.
He thought he was the greatest harmonica player going.
He was pretty good, and
man.
he used to do the spoons. Remember?
Yes.
I used to play the spoon.
Yes.
I got to
It was
get back
pretty
into
cool.
playing the spoon. One of the things I also
He was very.
found-
He really was very artistic.
Yeah.
He used to make hats out of newspaper. Remember, he used to make the sailor hat, the
Yeah.
painter's hat,
Oh, I
all out
tried
of
that. That
newspaper.
never worked for me.
Tremendous. He
he was
must have
pretty
known
good.
geometry. I guess.
I used to make
He's great.
take the tissues, a box of the tissues, clean up, and make roses with my nieces and nephews. I tried doing it one day, not too long ago. The hell of that. That's it.
Wow.
That was in that day, I suppose.
Yeah, I have no.
Yeah.
I'm really not artistic. You know, this is my.
Well, that's not
artistry.
true because when you're doing psychic readings, are you
Right.
artistic in that?
Well,
You
exactly. That's what I
visualize it,
meant.
right?
Yeah, in this, right.
You know, I actually see you going online and teaching people how to do what they're doing,
That'd be a good thing. That'd be a good
and
thing.
I see you getting more education with.
I know I have to get online to be more capable of what I do, and I definitely intend to spread that.
Yeah,
around.
mother said stop holding yourself back.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
gotta
she
get
said
out.
there's no woman out there yet is good enough for you.
Just like a good mother might say. God bless her. Yeah?
And she loves
Thanks, Ma.
you.
Yeah.
Yo, no
She loved all of
question.
you, and your sister too. She loved
She was
you
a
all.
saint. She had a hotline to God. I can't tell you how many times. Ma.
Yeah,
Ma,
yeah.
She had this. She must have had this
Ma?
invisible red phone. Ma.
That's what we call
That's,
it,
that's
Ma.
Ita- Ma is it. That's what Italians call their mothers.
Oh,
We call our mother Ma.
Yeah,
Oh,
instead
really?
of mom. Yeah,
Mama.
like instead of mom or
Mama.
anything. Yeah. We always call them
we
mom.
knew it. We knew a new. I learned a new phrase every day.
Maybe that was more city. I don't know. I mean, we were in a suburb at that time. Medford
Medford
was considered
3
the,
miles north of downtown.
Yeah, right. So,
Boston,
and right, we were always surrounded with
She was always
Italians and
cleaning.
Irish.
She was always cleaning, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was meticulous.
She wants to know what happened to you.
What's that?
She wants to know what happened to
Does.
you.
I agree.
You know what's odd? I look in that mirror and I wonder what happened to me. And I made some really radical
You know,
decisions early on that I should
He
never have
fought
No,
made.
you
fate.
made 'em.
He fought fate, and
I did.
Well, actually, it put you where you are today.
Yeah. Oh,
There's no mistakes in life.
We are here because of decisions we made through life, and even the fact that the three of us here are together. It took years to put us here together at
Oh
this
yeah,
time.
but everything had the spirit has a place for everything. There's no that we met when I met when Dave and Dave met, you know, and there's no accidents and there's no coincidence. Everything happens for a reason,
I believe it.
you know.
oh yeah, no question.
And you live in a big building complex.
I don't. I live in a tight neighborhood,
Yeah.
but I live in I share a single house with a guy.
You get
He's my landlord.
You get
Well, no, wait a minute.
Oh,
It's okay.
Because around you, there's I know what you but there's a fire coming around either in your apartment or next to it. There's a big fire coming.
I'll take a look next door because there are 3 families in the corner building that's right next door to us. That's the only multifamily.
Kind of a rundown
And
building.
it's big. The downstairs part seemed to be the guy's he's an HVAC contractor,
Yeah.
but I could see where that might apply.
And I'm looking at
take it
smoke
down.
coming out of the windows.
All right, I'll.
Nobody's going to be hurt, but it's going to be like a warning sign. And I think you're going to notice it.
I'll pass that caution along, and if that comes up, I'll certainly attend to it.
Yeah. Because that's like I went by a house, on another friend of mine's house, and I kept saying to them, I see smoke coming out. Because I'll actually visualize. Do you visualize?
yeah.
I actually will visualize
Yeah.
like the smoke coming out. And sure enough, they went and they found down by the power box, what do you call it, the big electrical box there. And there were 2 big power wires that were cut, with shabbing. And he gave me $100 for saving his house.
Wow.
good
I
nice.
said, he could have given me 20,000. But no.
Wow.
Actually, when people donate, I'm very grateful. I said,
And me.
I got a lot of nice
And
gifts
me.
this winter, and I've been very. But like I said, you're going to be in a whole realm of bunch of people.
I look forward to that.
Stop holding yourself. Don't be so introverted.
Yeah, because it's not really me, but just some of my experiences have kept me where it's.
Now it's time
Comfortable,
to let,
let's say.
Now
Yeah,
it's time to
yeah.
let go of the past and start living for today.
Yeah, I wish I had more to work with, but
You got all the time you
finance and
need.
things.
You do
Well,
have
well, I
more
do,
to-
but
you
I-
have everything you need to work with.
I have
Listen
everything
to
I
you,
need
keep
to work
telling
with.
him,
That's right.
listen to your inner self. He won't.
And do you
I'm
think
getting
that
there. I'm
our
get-
brothers and sisters are going to listen to us?
I know.
Sure, no, hey, sometimes we
Keep talking.
move by a morsel. Sometimes we move by leaps and bounds.
Right, but
Keep
it's
talking.
Yes.
because I know
I
that I notice it, not necessarily just with you, but people they're sort of, they say they're stuck in a rut. They can't seem to progress past this point, or they can't get from point A to point B, but they really can.
Yes.
They're just blocking themselves because they're so comfortable where they're at.
Not like we want to stay where we are, comfortable by before the next step.
Well, no, comfortable. They're so comfortable where you're at that that's it. They're so uncomfortable with making a step, whereas it's You know,
Did-
like me now, moving to New Hampshire, it's nothing I planned. I just fell from one. You know, I fell from one, like point A to point B. Then I fell into point B. Then I fell to point C. I got to point C. Something else happened without any thought process at all to get me to point D.
You know, if
And,
I
you know, and it's like I didn't
I
resist
understand.
anything. I went, wow.
Yeah, I understand. Well, what I would do is I would appeal to viewers as well with this. A lot of times I'm in a position of I'd rather not do anything than to do the wrong thing, only because of so many other options I had tried before with different things, and of
Right.
course that could be procrastinating and that can be holding back. So I've done more to get away from that. Because obviously, you know, if you don't do anything because you don't want to do the wrong thing, you end up doing nothing all the
Right.
time. So of course that's unacceptable. So that I've changed a bit by, but it's always something. It's logistics, you know, and the balancing aspect. So it's that's why I should have more, like a lot of people, probably should have taken larger steps instead of the baby steps, because it makes the next step longer. So I'm trying to
Well,
go beyond that.
you could take more baby
Yeah.
steps as opposed to 3 giant steps.
Yep.
You take 10 baby steps, which you end up at the same point, perhaps. Most likely, you probably end up at a better place because you're taking smaller steps.
That's right. I
So,
believe
yeah,
we're always
You're
progressing.
getting, you're absorbing. You get to absorb more in the smaller steps as opposed
Yeah.
to the big,
which
big
is the
steps.
real me. Anyway, that's the what I would have to get back to.
Hopper's going to be coming in too. to
Okay.
join us.
All
You
right.
met Gary? You met Gary.
Have I?
Yeah, he comes on the show after me.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure.
He's coming in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how
a
much
loudmouth
longer do we
Republican.
have, by the way?
Six
Huh?
till 6.
Wait until 6. I had a 2-hour show.
Yeah, that's good. Well, what time is that? No. Oh, okay,
Right
that's
there.
good.
Yeah.
But by the way, while we can I address the caller who has the daughter at home and she was talking about the mask and the remote learning?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to address that, please.
Okay.
Having to do with that. I have a suggestion as far as correcting or improving that situation. We had some brave aldermen who made the right decision about this mask mandate that the governor was mandating.
She was in Mass.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought she was in Mass.
No. Oh, that one's from Nash.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
in
that-
She
Mass.
lives in Boston.
Oh, I'm
She
sorry.
was in Boston.
Well,
so-
I would ask that maybe you apply it to the politics in Massachusetts.
you can't.
if you can. Here in New Hampshire, we have aldermen. You may have a city council. I don't know. As I say, I'm not
Well, she's in
familiar with
Boston.
that.
They got
Yeah.
city council.
At any rate, what we would do here, we had some good aldermen here who were anti-mask, which is the right thing, because of various reasons, health reasons, and they voted down the governor's mandate to wear masks at certain venues, which was the right thing. So it failed. The governor's mandate failed. There were 8 against it, 5 for it. So looking at those 8, whatever your equivalent is in Massachusetts, I would seek out the representatives who favor, first of all, no mask and who favor in-person learning. Because the thing with kids wearing masks, it does dwarf their learning and their recognition of people. And it's a proven psychological factor, if you look it up, how younger kids really need full facial expression to understand humans and what, it's a human interaction. At any rate, back to the school part of it. First of all, that takes care. That'll help take care of the mask thing, because you get people who are committed to the real science, not just the science that's not censored and not suppressed. There's just so much that's being suppressed. But I would want.
I'll talk to you about that
but I would
later.
want to express that there are sources out there politically, because that's where the squeeze is, that can help
Now I do.
correct the mask in the COVID situation. And as far as the remote learning, we have the same problem here in New Hampshire with the teachers' unions. A lot of teachers do want to go back. The teachers' unions are getting the word coming down from above them, and they're initiating and they're supporting remote learning. So I would suggest that you find proponents of in-person learning who can actually bring out the errors and the and the unwise practice of the teachers unions that are keeping teachers away from students, especially kids with special needs. How are you going to explain to them that they're going to learn remote? They need in person. And on masks, think of the person who's hard of hearing, who's hearing impaired. They can't read lips with masks. And that might be one of the exceptions, but in people's world, that is their world. So I want to just pass that on, and thank you.
Yeah, one of the things that I have said many years ago, that more and more students are going to be doing remote education. First of all, the one thing that I'm looking at, as sad as it is less violence in the public schools. Central High was noted for at least one or two fights at the school. So as far as that goes, well, my concern is with all these teachers, are they going to be getting laid off because of the remote learning? There's going to be some people that are going to be unemployed. What about the janitors who go and supposedly clean the schools? But when are they going to clean? This remote learning or the virus has hurt the income of a lot of people trying to make a living.
Yep.
The waitresses trying to make a living, and and it's so sad because the only ones that are making any money are the Chinese, and the people who make the masks.
And we're not all in this together when you have politicians keeping their job active, they're meeting, they're living lives, they're telling people to do things that they're not even doing. There's hypocrisy and contradictions. They get paid. If they weren't getting paid and had the security of their jobs, do you think things would be the way they are today?
No.
I don't think so.
How many
and I think a lot of us know that.
How many of you think that are in Congress and then the Senate are getting and their employees are getting those stimulus checks?
All of them.
Yeah, and they're not supposed to. It's up to a certain income, they're not supposed to get it.
And in Massachusetts, they're all, the state legislatures, they're all getting I think a $4,700 raise. Imagine voting. People
That
are out
is
of
just
work
unlawful.
and they vote a raise.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
I cry at this because my heart cries every day to see our country falling.
Well,
there's no excuse for it.
Yeah, quite different from where you grew
The
up.
one thing that Trump has always done is supported the military. He donates the money that he makes. He's even said, I could be living a luxury life right now, but he wants to fight for it, and that's why the people don't like him.
that's right. He fought for all Americans. He fought for America.
He gave up his private earnings, private sector. That's where all spending comes from. That's what all spending uses through the government. So people know that we or other people in need and benefits don't get money from the government. You get it from your co-citizen, your co-worker, and that's where the credit should go. So when it comes to where this money comes from, let's see the politicians kind of get squeezed a little. And in this state, New Hampshire, where you've got the committees of safety now working to get things more constitutionally run in this state, each state just has to know their state constitution laws to find out and express how states are run unconstitutionally. And by correcting it, we can get a lot of these injustices solved and turned back.
Come on right over here. The Honorable, or is it Dishonorable Honorable Gary Hopper?
Got that?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Welcome.
I don't want to break your stuff.
Oh, I forgot about that.
All right. I don't want to.
We're going to give you 15 minutes of all your own there,
Move
Gary.
right in.
All right.
Oh, I don't need 15 minutes.
When you get talking, you need an hour.
Good afternoon.
I'm
How was
Gary.
I'm Jim.
How was your holiday?
Good.
You know what we did? We brought the Spirit into our house.
What does that mean?
We brought Jesus into our house.
Oh, no kidding. Awesome.
Yeah, we have good spirit.
Gary
positive
and I
vibes.
have been talking for what, 3-4 years now about this.
A long time.
And we're really conceding, and we're really big because we realize now how we have to bring the higher power in.
Yeah, and how,
do.
no question.
Well, I think if you,
More so now.
I mean, if you look at what's going on in Washington, D.C. today, who knows what the truth is, but supposedly a woman was protesting and one of the cops at the Capitol shot her in the neck and killed her.
Oh.
Unarmed. The world. It says in the last days that it will be lawlessness. It said that the people will be, children will be turning against their elders and mother against, it's actually kind of interesting. People always say that Jesus is, brings people together. He himself said, "No, I came to divide the Father from the Son and the Son from the Father, because he came to bring truth, and truth is very offensive if you're full of lies. It is the truth, and if you look at what's going on in D.C., consider all the difficulties going around the world today and around the country today. And what's the first thing Nancy Pelosi decided to do? The most important thing for the people of the United States of America is to redefine and change all the language in legislation to get rid of the he or she in it.
Oh, the
Isn't that
personal
what you
pronouns. Yeah.
Pathetic.
They're real.
So what do you say? Hey, you, you're not a female, but you're a you?
Right, yeah, you're a you. You're not, you can't say, it will now, in the middle of situations like if you're not watching the mainstream media, if you're actually looking at real news, you know that basically Biden was had his son funnel money from other countries back into the family and through the Biden thing. And so there's a lot of corruption in D.C., and so Nancy Pelosi decided she was going to crack down on corruption, a new fight against corruption. So you know what they're trying to fight against the corruption? The corruption they're talking about is people who offend other people with the words like she or he. And now those people will be committing ethics violation, will have to defend themselves. So if we were up there and I said, hi ma'am, or something like that, that indicated that somebody was a female, that would be a breaking of the ethics in the House now. Not the actual abuse of power they're engaging in. That's okay. They're not going to do anything about that. But they're going to, so what used to be true is no longer true, and so the world is just full of lies, and it's supposed to be at the very end. Before Christ returns, it's supposed to be like this.
And it's showing.
It's showing.
Every day. It's
Fortunately
showing.
so.
As you know, I'm not the most religious person going because I got hurt about, but Gary, that's a lot
Yeah,
of
I
times.
know. There's a lot of Christians do more harm to Christianity than.
There's so many hypocrites. I have no problem with people believing what they want to believe in. If they're born again Christians, live the path. Don't condemn it. If you're a Buddha, live the Buddha way. If you're whatever you want to live, don't be a hypocrite. Don't. And that's like when I first started going to AA. Oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But then turn around and do this, tell me what I can't do. And they were doing it themselves.
Yeah.
So finally, you know what? I called on my Supreme Being. And with him, I got sober.
Right.
And I have a lot of support.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that's absolutely true. I was talking to another legislator yesterday.
By the way, folks, we have Gary, the Honorable Gary Hopper from Ware, New Hampshire, as I guess in here. Where, folks, they just barely put in running water and electricity.
Well, I don't know that we got electricity per se. If we can get the grandkids out on a pedal the bike,
There you go.
then we can get the TV up and going.
And they
and
get
stuff.
their exercise, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a win-win, really.
And you can do the heavy supervising.
Oh, on a lighter note, I got to tell you what happened at the State House today.
Yeah, I want to give Gary the ball. We're giving you the ball
Oh
here.
gosh.
You're banging the table.
Oh. So, as you know, because of the COVID scare, the State House, we did meet inside the Wedmore Center last time in November, and then we met more recently in December to be sworn in the cold outside on a soccer field. Well, we did one better today. We met at UNH in a huge parking lot, and they gave us all clickers to vote, right? So you have all these elderly people, except the car I was with, a couple of young ladies. One of them's one of the state reps from Ware. She was nice enough to give me a ride today. So if you can picture this, we're in the back lot, so the signal's not working good. So every time there was a vote, I had to get out of her car and walk around with the clicker in the air until it would register as a vote.
Oh.
Some of the votes I missed because I couldn't get it to register. And if you weren't able to vote, you're supposed to flash your lights, or no, put your flashers on. The last vote we did was to adjourn, and it was, if you're in support, beep your horn. So we had all.
This is sad.
I like it. Huh?
Freedom, and you know what the best part? Freedom and democracy that they're going to take away from us if Biden gets in, because you had that choice to vote or not vote or however, or wherever you want to go. And if the Democrats get in, we're going to lose it.
No,
It's
there'll be a big fight. I don't think
Yeah,
they're not going to get away with it.
I hope so.
people,
You know,
people
people
this
sat
time
back
around
enough. They blatantly
are ready to be
cheated, changed the laws a week before elections.
and
When
during.
it comes to,
Yep.
freedoms, I think they're
Well, I'm
in
telling
for
you
a-
now, right up until March, we got a lot of turmoil going on in this country. A lot
You're
more
not
people
kidding.
being killed, a lot more fight. I always said, all these so-called anti-FIFA, is that how you pronounce it, or whatever.
Antifa.
Tifa.
What happens if we went to their house and blew up their house?
Well, that's
Right.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, because I mean, one they just did Pelosi. They just damaged Pelosi's house,
Good.
and the other one, there's another they ruined.
McConnell, they
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
I think the Republicans are even, and I'm not saying the Republicans are doing that damage, but I think people, whether Republican, Democrat, or independent, I have that.
Well, they set the thing is they set the bar so low during the summer. the liberals encouraged Antifa to go in, and they tried to burn cops alive.
Yeah.
They destroyed city blocks. I have a friend of mine that went to visit their relatives in Portland, and the person in Portland's very liberal and is driving them around the street during the day saying, see, it's not like as bad as they say on TV.
Yeah.
And the person's looking at all these businesses that are boarded up. They have trucks come in during the day and drop off pallet loads of bricks to be thrown in the evening. And he's looking at this and going, are you kidding? You know, he didn't say anything because it was like his in-laws' house. But he's just like completely aghast. So the Democrats have allowed that to go on for months and months and months to retaliate against people that you disagree with. And in this case, they were retaliating against people they agreed with.
Yeah.
There were people that had Black Lives Matter signs in front of their store. They still busted the windows and stole everything. There were black people that had worked their butts off to create their own business, and these people came in and destroyed them. There were black cops being called racists, and so you had all summer that happened, and then the liberal media and the press gave it a pass and said it was mostly peaceful protests.
Right, yeah.
I blame
And
the
now
media
that
for
now the
everything.
tide's about to turn, and they're gonna, oh
insane.
no.
Yeah, I really do. I love it when their leaders get arrested. Mommy, I don't want to go to jail. Mommy,
I'm too cute for
What
jail.
did I do?
Yeah, I don't want to go to jail. Then don't do the crime.
Right, yeah.
I have a very good friend of mine. In fact, she's a client. Her son and his girlfriend went to New York. They were going to go on a vacation, and they were very much a Biden fan, very much until guess what? They got the heck kicked out of them. The man now is a vegetable in the hospital.
Wow.
But here they were, Biden liberal fans. That, Biden's the man, and all that stuff. I said, I said to her, I said, "You still a Biden fan, the mother?" And she says, "I don't know what to think." I said, "Turn Republican, become a Democrat." We got a nice phone call earlier, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, from Boston.
From Boston?
Yeah,
Yep.
a lady from Boston.
Yeah,
The
she
big
was telling me
city.
how I had what I had said about, back 3 years ago, what was going to be going on.
Yeah.
No, 4 years ago. And, I'll never tell you, but people think that, I forgot your name. Bob, there we go. Bob and I do reading. People think everything is going to happen right away. No,
Right.
it doesn't. Everything that Jesus said never happened immediately. Look
No.
at what.
No, if you look at what Jesus said, he said it was going to happen, but it did not happen immediately.
No.
In fact, he warned us because they said that, near the end, people saying, "Oh, you've been telling us for so long that, all this stuff was going to happen and it hasn't happened yet. You're all full of baloney." He said that was going to happen. And so now that it's actually falling into place, we're on the verge of, in the book of Daniel, it says that the last kingdom is the feet of the statue. Daniel knew what the king's vision was, and it was a statue. And the last part of those different kingdoms were the feet. It was Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, Rome, and then the legs, and then the feet. We're at the point of the feet in the statue vision, and the feet were made up of clay and iron. And just like clay and iron mix, they said the last kingdoms of the world would not mix, right? So we're at a position in this world where they're just about to create a new world order that isn't a world order like you think of, like one soldier's taking over every country. It's like separate countries all under one economic system.
Yes, the Great Reset.
The
of
Great
2021.
Reset. That's
Great Reset.
exactly what it is.
People should look into the Great Reset, which is real, and it's been going on a long time. The World Economic Forum,
Yep.
in particular, you got Klaus Schwab, you got Prince Charles, and they did, and this is a quote, they did say, "This is the best opportunity we've ever had, and we may never have again. Therefore, it's up to the citizens of all countries to deny this, and we have to be careful of Bitcoin, that now you look at ATMs and they're offering Bitcoin. A country loses its currency, you lose your sovereignty. Karl Marx even said that a nation is only as strong as its economic system. And this is all what's happening now, folks. Please, we all have to turn the tide no matter what the political, what your political focus or what you're in agreement with politically. This is for survival. This is all of us. Got to throw the politics aside. They're taking our stuff and they're putting us in an electronic demise. Please, everybody, get together. We got to work together, and now's the time.
Absolutely.
I want to thank you, James. I don't remember names too well. Gary, it's a pleasure as
Oh, you're
always.
right that time.
You're right. And Bob, we'll be able to get, of course.
Oh, I love my
Gary.
new name. It's my nickname is Bob.
What's
David.
your real name?
David.
David. Oh, where'd I get
It's
Bob
the
from?
Biffid.
I don't know. You looked at me and said Bob.
Bob.
I said okay.
It was
Oh.
the Biffid that threw him off.
You know what it is? And you should see me with people like this. A guy, his name is Eric. I'm always calling him some other name. I don't remember first name. I'm lucky if I remember my own name. But anyways, folks, I'm Gary. I got a really great, and I know the spirit of the game. I got a call from the Hitchcock Clinic. My blood is getting better, my sugar level. I got that new med. I'll have to send you the name of that. I think you'll like it better. And I have just been so positive because the body's healing.
Wow.
Anyways, folks, thank you for listening. We'll see you all next week. North Community Corner. We're on for another year, and I got Dr. Jody
Amen.
coming on.
good thing.
She's a neurologist, not a neurologist, naturopath, or whatever they call it. She does everything organically.
Yeah,
So we'll see you all. Yeah, we'll see you all next week. Be safe, and remember, it's your choice to wear a mask or not. And remember, be a proud American. Be the winner. Trump all the way. See you next time.
We'll see ya.